Okay, so welcome everyone. Welcome to our usual Thursdays presentation. Just wanted to welcome everyone. It's a small group today, so we're going to do our best to get this presentation finished by the clock, by the hour, 3 o'clock. So hopefully everyone who comes and joins us today will still at least learn something and get something out of this session. So to start off with today's presentation, I want to introduce Dr. Sheila McKenzie. She's the president of the World Organization of Natural Medicine, and she's going to come up here and she's going to talk about her experience with sleep and wellness. So let's have you come up here, Dr. McKenzie. So I believe you would have to unmute yourself because there's a button where yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Perfect.
So
Take it away.
welcome everyone to our summer presentation series. I know this is really a very hot, beautiful day. You should be out under the trees, but because we are so dedicated to our sleep and wellness, today I'm here to present to you on depression. Well, this time of year, we are not supposed to be really depressed because of the sunshine that's going on. But just let's discuss a little bit of how depression can affect our sleep. Our sleep can affect us being depressed and vice versa. The link between sleep and depression is what I will be discussing today. So insomnia, not sleeping well by having the wrong nutrition, having the wrong environment, and business stressors, and the environment into a room can also lead to us not sleeping well. And that can lead to long-time sleep disorder known as insomnia. So there's a difference between not sleeping for a few nights in a short period of time, and long-term sleep deprivation is known as insomnia. When we don't sleep for a long period of time, it actually leads to anxiety. What is anxiety? Anxiety is thinking about the future. Many people do not know the difference between anxiety and depression. Anxiety is when our mind is racing too much and we are thinking too much into the future. We are not living our lives for today. So we must live our lives for today. Live our life today like there is no tomorrow. This is how we live our lives. And depression is living in the past. So stop thinking about what have gone wrong in the past because we can't do anything about it. So as you can see, there's a triangular art on the screen that says, so insomnia leads to anxiety and depression. And so it's kind of a vicious cycle that we need to get ourselves out of it. So sleep deficiency is linked to depression, suicide, and risky behavior. So insomnia is often a characteristic when diagnosed in depression. Insomnia is part of the diagnostics that they use in the health establishment when we talk about depression, because a lot of people who have chronic depressions is because of long-term sleeping problems. Being unable to maintain a healthy sleep pattern can be a huge factor in the onset of depression. Without sleep, you may begin to feel angry and impulsive. We want people who lack sleep, they also can engage in impulsive behavior and risky behavior, lots of smoking, lots of drinking, and lots of impulsive action. And that's because you don't sleep well. And so the body is not in harmony. So you just get into this bad behavior because of lack of sleep, and you're trying to get something to just keep you going. Things like mood swing. One moment of the day you feel elated, and the next moment of the day you feel like you're in the dumpster. You have uppers and downers, high moments of the day and low moments of the day. So you have troubles paying attention and experience a lack of motivation. So you're not motivated enough. And all of these actions, as you know that I am also a doctor of orthomolecular medicine. Orthomolecular medicine means that you study nutritional medicine. Orthomolecular, right molecules, that's what the word means. So orthomolecular medicine. So because this is an educational program, I need to just let you know what all of these terminologies mean for individuals who do not study natural medicine. So feeling sad every day now and then is a fundamental part of the human experience, especially during difficult times or trying times. But we should not feel sad all the time. Being sad all the time is a health issue. In contrast, potential feeling of sadness, anxiety, hopelessness, disinterested in things that were once enjoyable are symptoms of depression. Depression is an illness that affects 20 million Americans. It is not something that a person can ignore or simply go away. It is a serious disorder that affects a person, the way you eat, the way you sleep, the way you feel, the way you think. Many causes of depression, but lack of sleep is a very important cause of why people become depressed. Some people's symptoms of depression occur before an onset of sleep problems, for other sleep problems appear first, and sleep problem and depression may also share a link factor and biological feature that the two conditions may respond to some of the same treatment strategy. And what is that treatment strategy? Good sleep, quality sleep. Sleep problems are associated with more severe depression illnesses. So insomnia is very common among depressed patients. Evidence suggests that people with insomnia have a tenfold risk of developing depression compared to those who sleep well. Depressed individuals may suffer from a range of insomnia symptoms, include difficulty falling asleep. It is called sleep onset insomnia. Difficulty falling asleep. Difficulty staying asleep is called sleep maintenance insomnia. Unrefreshing sleep and the daytime sleepiness, however, suggests that the risk of developing depression is highest among people with both sleep onset and sleep maintenance insomnia. Many children and adults with depression suffer from sleep problems such as insomnia or hypersomnia, excessive sleeping, or both. While we need to sleep to regenerate our body, excessive sleeping also is not productive. It's not good for the repair of the body, because we sleep to repair the body, and when we sleep too much, the body goes into sluggishness and regeneration instead of repair. Children with sleep and depression suffer from both insomnia and too much sleepiness, more likely to have severe long-lasting depression. So based on what is going on in our society now, some people might feel despair and they might have a tendency to oversleep, but also sleeping on biocrystals also balance the energy fields of the body and help the body to detox itself so that when we wake in the mornings, we don't have that sluggish feeling in the body. You are more alert when sleeping on crystals, which we will discuss later. We won't go into the polls and the research and the findings on sleep, but I just want to bring all of this to your attention. And that we know that sleep accompanying anxiety and low self-esteem might follow as a result of just not sleeping. Did you know that sleeping well can also result in low self-esteem and physical symptoms such as back pain, headaches, digestive problems, gastrointestinal problems, sleep problems such as insomnia and daytime sleepiness are also among the most debilitating features of depression. And so why do I bring lithium levels on sleep? Lithium is actually a medicine that is prescribed within homeopathic medicines and the allopathic medical world for depression and sleeplessness and hopelessness and for people with schizophrenic conditions. And guess where there's lithium? Lithium is one of the minerals within the SLEEPM crystals. Did you know that one of the sleep crystal that also has lithium carbonate in it as one of its minerals? So lithium compound known as lithium salts are primarily used in psychiatric medicine. This includes the treatment of major depressive disorder that does not improve following the use of other antidepressant and bipolar disorder. In these disorders, the reduced risk of suicide. Lithium is taken by mouths. So sources of lithium from water concentrated in crustaceans and very small fish. This is also including shrimps, lobster, oyster, and so on. Legumes, so you're eating properly is very important to your sleeping and to also avoid going into depressed mood. So these are some vegetables from which you can get lithium: mustard greens, all of these vegetables, grains and nuts, and your biocrystal mattress. Okay. So there you are, a source of lithium quartz. So quartz, one of the elements in the biocrystal. Isn't this amazing that you can actually have this mineral in your biocrystal mattress that helps your sleep problem? And quartz is one of the minerals in this biocrystal. It is crystal number 14. It says that it helps in protection against negative radiation and electromagnetic smogs. And so this is why when the electrical field is also disturbed around us, we tend to go depressed because we're off balance, we're off centered. And so it is amazing that we use this mineral within the biocrystals. So quartz is a super high energy healing and balancing stone. It is said to be self-clearing and self-cleansing. So the lithium quartz, that's what it is, sends and receives energy as well as storing it. So did you know that we add this lithium quartz within the mattress that help depressed people? So this is what it does while you're sleeping on this mattress and you are, well, it doesn't have to be the mattress. We have several type items now within the the SLEEPM lines of products. We have the pillow. Just putting your head on the pillow at night, or the pads, or the topper. Any of these items with the stones, with the crystals in it. The quartz is, that's what the quartz within the mattress is doing. It is balancing your emotion. It is balancing the electrical energy fields around us so that we wake up more alert and we don't get depressed. So quartz is a balancing and calming, and it is used in crystal healing as a natural antidepressant. Isn't that amazing? Emotionally, on other way, lithium quartz is said to release stress, anxiety, and tension, and bring relaxation and peace to the body. It works in a gentle and slow but steady and powerful manner, not causing discomfort of sudden change that some crystal might bring. It is excellent. It is used in some natural medicine or crystal healing for those reasons. This is excellent for meditation and prayer. So if you want to meditate on a mat, you can put the crystal pads and sit on it and put your face towards the open window to do meditation, because the crystal quartz is in the mat and it's going to ground you and help your meditation to do better. So there it is. It is used to heal repressed grief, which is depression, and anger, which is anxiety. So repressed grief is actually depression, and anger is actually anxiety, as well as emotional issue from the past lives. So depression is thinking about past life experience, and anxiety is being angry and thinking about the future. It is also used to purify water. Just using one crystal, a small quartz crystal in water that you drink, can also help to purify your water. It is used for crystal healing for stress-related disorder, bipolar disorder, muscular tension, repetitive motion injuries. It is related to activating and balancing what they call in the East Indians, the Indian systems of medicine, as the chakras, which in the Western world we use it, we call those the hormonal systems of the body, and is handy to work with in any individuals. So you need to tell me the time as I go along, so I don't go over the time. So I'm also just going to be commenting a little bit on the goal that is in the. Okay, something is going on here. What is this?
Oh, hey, Dr. McKenzie, could you unmute yourself again? I accidentally muted you. And I think you have about 2 minutes based on the time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. So let me just hurry it up. I'm going to be just commenting on the goal, and then we'll call it a day. So the goal within the mattress have a relaxing effect on the blood, allowing the blood to flow freely, and this boosts in circulation, regulates oxygen with what the bodies and aid healing, and is said to aid in the temperature regulation, and a stable temperature improve a person's immune system. So I won't be going much into immune health today. It is suffice to say that what I commented on today is depression and anxiety. And if you think of one element within the biocrystal products, the quartz, the lithium quartz within the biocrystal product is going to help a lot with depression and anxiety situations. And of course, you're paying attention to your exercise and water. And this is why we have the Sleep in Your Way to Wellness book, because all of those crystals and how they balance the body is also explained in details in our Sleep in Your Way to Wellness. And we are proud that the four experts has provide a gift of wellness from members of the SLEEPM group so that you can avail yourself to this book. Sleep in Your Way to Wellness book is available at our head office, or you can purchase it online or get a copy from myself or from Dr. Fung or from Dr. Stanley or from Dr. Drake. So thank you for the presentation for today. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Dr. Sheila McKenzie, for sharing everything that you've shared. I think it's always good to know the power of these biocrystals. And a lot of the times we're using these products, but we're not exactly sure how they help us specifically. So I think it's really good to know that lithium and some of the and quartz and how they help with our overall balance when we're sleeping, and to make sure that when we wake up, we feel balanced. So thank you for sharing that. So for the next part of the presentation, I would like to quickly share a video that goes a little more in depth about the biocrystals, to give you an idea as to what the biocrystals are and how they could potentially affect your life, how you can use them effectively in your life. So with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy this quick video.
Relying on natural resources has always been the best choice, while combining them with the smartest technology took the world even a step forward. This is exactly how BioCrystal was discovered, using the most reliable and precise heritage of nature, crystals, without which the world would be deprived. BioCrystal, the latest scientific achievement, is made to improve the quality of life by renewing the energy through its active impact. BioCrystal affects the basic parts of users' organism, cells, by supporting them to perform the basic life functions. As the smallest but crucial parts of any living organism, cells demand optimal conditions while receiving useful and rejecting the harmful substances, which is operated by their own natural vibration. This is where BioCrystal found its role. It enables the cells to produce the optimum vibration and provide proper metabolic functions, which consequently protect from harmful external factors or decrease their influence. The scientific clinical study showed that BioCrystal impacts the user by raising bodily energy while simultaneously working in a calming and relaxing way, lessening the stress state by measuring various physiological parameters. Values for parameters such as faster skin conductance and a lower heart rate implies a BioCrystal user to be more relaxed and tranquilized than one not using it. On the other hand, a scientific study showed a higher muscle tension, respiration frequency, and respiration depth, which points higher concentration and body energy at BioCrystal users. The main benefit of using BioCrystal is that its active impact doesn't require any effort from the user, but to use the product enriched with powerful crystals composite. Usage of products enriched with BioCrystal leads to proper cell function, faster energy recovery, better functional state of the whole organism, improvement of immune system and general health condition. A research conducted by a specialist of internal medicine has proven that all BioCrystal users experience positive changes in their functional state of the organism, bringing them to an average improvement of 34.6%. The changes are noticeable and measured with a precise device only 10 minutes after the beginning of its use. Besides all the researches and study, nothing is as important as the feedback from our customers. Our in-house questionnaire done at the relevant samples showed that 53% of respondents measured better body circulation, 76% of users sleep better, 87% of users recommend the product. Effectiveness of BioCrystal technology is not only justified with exclusively positive impact this scientific achievement has on all living organisms, but also with impossibility of existence of a modern world without relying on numerous forms of applicability of crystals.
So I hope you enjoyed that video and kind of learned a little bit about how crystals can help you in your sleep and just your overall wellness. So just going back to what Dr. Sheila McKenzie shared earlier about the lithium and the quartz. So so inside of these biocrystal pads and these pillows and these mattresses and toppers, there's a lot more other crystals that get mixed into it. So the company that I want to introduce to you guys is SLEEPM Global, and this is the company that distributes these crystals. And so just a quick introduction, SLEEPM opened in Canada around June 2018, and now they're expanding across different places around the world, different cities around the world, specifically in Los Angeles, China, and the Philippines. So all the products in SLEEPM are made in either Canada or the United States. So just a quick introduction on our key players within SLEEPM. We have Eric, the president. We have Dr. McKenzie, the speaker from earlier. We have Dr. Drake, the sleep consultant, and we also have Sandro, who is the manufacturer of those biocrystals, and I believe he's from Croatia. So SLEEPM's product, their flagship product, is the BioCrystal 7-Zone Orthopedic Mattress. And basically, this mattress contains the biocrystals on top of many other ingredients that we'll get into in just a moment. So here at SLEEPM, I like to see SLEEPM as more of like a wellness company, not necessarily a mattress company, but more so a wellness company that promotes health, wellness in specific to sleep health. So when we think about health, there's nutrition, there's so many different aspects of health that we can look at. And I think sleep is one of those really important factors that a lot of people sort of look over, because we kind of sleep a lot and we do it so often that sometimes it's like a habit. We don't really think about it anymore. So here at SLEEPM, we like to provide you with education and just to give you an idea as to why it's important to get your sleep. So sleep is a big problem, right? It's a big epidemic around the world. And before all this crises happened, like people have already been experiencing sleep deprivation and sleep disorders. And if we don't sleep well enough, one of the biggest things that it impacts us is our weakened immune system. So if we don't sleep well, our cells aren't able to heal properly. And if our cells aren't able to heal properly, it just shows that our immune system is weak. And if our immune system is weak, it brings rise to diseases and problems down the road, like high blood pressure, heart disease, diabetes, and all these different problems that a lot of people experience in today's world. So on top of it being a personal health problem, it can also be a public health problem, a public health problem, because if you don't sleep well, you're not only putting yourself at risk for danger, but you're also putting others at risk when you're behind the wheels, and you can potentially bring yourself and others into an accident, and that's something we want to avoid. So I mean, when it comes to sleep, there are a lot of factors that affect our sleep, external factors that sometimes we feel we're not able to control. We have jobs, we have family obligations, and we have all these different devices around us and all these different problems that come from our environment. And these problems sometimes can create depression, stress, anxiety, and it makes it difficult for us to sleep. But there's one thing we like to share that people can still have control over in terms of their environment, and that is your sleep environment. So making sure that you have a good mattress is a good start. If you have a bad mattress, it can poorly affect your sleep. It can greatly affect the quality of your sleep. So for example, if your mattress is old, you could be sleeping on something that isn't really supporting you. And so when you wake up year after year, day after day, you start experiencing a lot of back problems, neck problems, and problems that you didn't know existed because you didn't pay attention to what you were sleeping on. So when we go to sleep, we have to know that when sleep is a very important time of our day. It makes up about 1/3 of our day. And if you take that over a long period of time, let's say 60 years, you would have spent 1/3 of 60 years, which is 20 years sleeping. So we want to make sure that when we're sleeping, we have the best possible experience, and we make sure that we create that best possible experience by using the best possible tools. And so on top of the biocrystal that we were talking about earlier, the SLEEPM mattresses also include the memory foam. They also include latex, coils, and activated carbon. And these are all very important components of the SLEEPM mattress and the toppers. And the reason why is because the activated carbon, just that alone, can help to preserve the mattress and the toppers and the pillows to ensure a longer lifespan, longer shelf life, because it absorbs all the odors and all the polluted air particles. It also helps promote our blood circulation and blocks off all those electromagnetic waves that come from our phones, our tablets, our computers, our Wi-Fi, all those devices that we have around us. And so the pillow is also a very important product from SLEEPM. And the reason why is because they're designed very specifically to support what's called the cervical vertebrae. And basically they're ergonomically designed this way because when people sleep, they don't really pay attention to that part of their body, that cervical vertebrae. And oftentimes we sleep on pillows that are either too high, too low, and this could put a lot of stress on that part of our body, that part of our spine. So SLEEPM created a pillow where it doesn't matter what position you sleep on, whether you're on your side, you're on your back, that cervical vertebrae is always straight and aligned so that when you wake up, you're not going to experience any problems. You're not going to have pain, and you're not going to complain about your sleep. And so the cervical vertebrae, again, it's a very important part of our body, and that's kind of what it looks like when you look at it from an X-ray. It has that natural curvature. So if you can only imagine, if you sleep on something that's too high or too low, and you disturb that natural curvature, that's where you create injuries. And so these pillows, again, many different kinds of there's 4 different kinds of pillows in SLEEPM, and each pillow supports a person's body type, so a different physiology. So it doesn't matter if you're tall, you're short, you're different. You maybe have a longer neck. There's going to be a pillow that fits you. So the biocrystal pillows, the mattresses, they're often used by doctors, physicians, athletes, and a lot of different people of different backgrounds can truly benefit from them. And so the biocrystal pads, how they work is there's 16 different kinds of crystals plus gold and silver. And what they do is they take all those crystals, they grind them up into really small pieces, and they insert them and place them very strategically, very meticulously inside a biocrystal pad. And then that biocrystal pad is then inserted inside the mattresses, the toppers, or the pillows, and that becomes one of the layers inside. And so from that video that you saw earlier, the biocrystal pads and the biocrystals in general have been scientifically tested, where people who've used it over a period of time showed greater effects in terms of their energy levels and their sleep quality. And so again, gold medalists, champions, athletes, doctors, anyone can benefit from using the biocrystals technologies. And as you can see, we have doctors from all across the board, different doctors with different backgrounds, professors, lecturers, just a whole variety of doctors using these biocrystal mattresses, toppers, and pillows. We even have athletes and actors and actresses and all these, just everyone can benefit from using it. And so when you look at, let's say, the competitors of SLEEPM, right? I think what makes SLEEPM stand out as a company is that they're not just a mattress company, but they're also a wellness company. They're a mattress company that promotes wellness, right? So I think that makes them stand out from their competitors all around the world. So whether they're competing with Sleep Country, National Mattress, or Tempur-Pedic here in Los Angeles, it doesn't matter because they have that branding, they have that one up, because they position themselves in a way that helps people sleep in a more strategic way, with a better strategy. So not too long ago, SLEEPM was invited to the Stevie America's Business Awards, and they won the Innovative Entrepreneurship of the Year, the Best Company of the Year, and the Entrepreneur of the Year award, competing with companies like Air Canada, IBM, HP, RBC. I think it speaks a lot when it comes to this showcase, because these companies have been in the business for so long. And it just goes to show that, SLEEPM, the BioCrystal products have a huge potential in the market, and that a lot of people are continuing to benefit from that. So it's not surprising that they won these awards. So as you can see, this is the endorsement from the World Organization of Natural Medicine with SLEEPM, and they're basically partners now, right? And there's all these different awards that they've received over the years. And I think it just goes to show that the biocrystals really do work. They really do help people. And so with that being said, that's pretty much the introduction to SLEEPM and the products and the biocrystals. I hope you got something out of that. I think for the next part of the presentation, before we get to the compensation plan, I actually would like to invite Elisa, right? Elisa Ma up here to share her testimonial, to share her experience with using the biocrystals and just her recent experience in SLEEPM. So whenever you're ready, Elisa, feel free to come up here and join us.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elisa. Okay, my experience with SLEEPM product is that I had a car accident last summer, and then I had a fracture on my cheekbone from that car accident. But the doctor said that there's nothing much to do with that, because it is all internal. And what I had to do is just go home and then totally rest. And that would take me 2 to 3 months to heal. And nothing that I can do, but the thing is I was paying to death. And for every movement that I make, it hurts terribly. And even breathe in, breathe out, and it is extremely painful too. And even I couldn't lie down and sleep, because once I lie down, I was too painful to get up. So I have to sit and sleep. And the worst thing was that the doctor gave me some pain relief pills. And the first night that I took the pills, I was allergic to it. My face was all red and swollen, so I stopped it right away. And then the painkiller couldn't kill my pain, but the pain was killing me. So what can I do? Nothing, but just pain and pain and pain. And lucky that my SLEEPM partner, Vicky, bought me the topper. And then I took the biocrystal pad out of my pillow to wrap around my chest. And then I sleep on the topper at the same time. Then I gain the full benefits of the biocrystal that give me energy and to regulate my blood circulation and to strengthen my immune system, so that I can have a very good quality deep sleep, and which really helps my pain relief faster and the fracture healed faster as well. And so unbelievable that almost within 2 weeks, I was 90% healed. I feel much better, and my pain was almost gone. And it wasn't take 2 to 3 months as what the doctor said. It only took me around 2 weeks to get almost back to normal. And then, without the SLEEPM products, I couldn't recover so fast, and it might take me a few months to get back to normal. And another obvious benefit that I had from the SLEEPM product is that I had a mini stroke a year ago, and my right side of the body was totally affected. My right eye couldn't open wide, and my right leg had difficulty walking. My right leg couldn't lift up and walk, and I had to slide my leg and walk. And I go to the chiropractors every week, and that couldn't help much. And the doctor even gave me a handicap parking permit for me, but still and my leg has no strength at all. But after using the pillow and the topper together for more than a year, my right eye is open up like before. And I can walk without any difficulties right now. And I'm almost back to normal. I can walk, I can climb upstairs. And the beautiful thing is that I can even wear high heel shoes again now. So until now, I still enjoy the benefit of the SLEEPM product, and that I had energy and to strengthen my immune system and my blood circulation. I am refreshed every morning when I get up, and I have full energy to work, to walk through, I mean to work through the whole day, and I'm not tired at all. So therefore, my friends can see the noticeable changes that I had, and I also have confidence to share my experience and the benefits of the biocrystals to my friend and to promote the product. And even I work together with them in a team. And another good news, happy news that I would like to share with everyone is that I just had signed up a 6,000 VIP founder member this morning. And this is a very great motivation and incentive that I would like to share with everyone today. And so this is what I want to share with everyone today. And thank you very much that Dr. Fung inviting me here to share my experience today. And so now let me pass it back to Alan. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that, Elisa. Well, before we begin the next part, I just want to congratulate you for your recent success. And I'm happy to hear that you were able to benefit from using the biocrystals to sleep better and to also relieve the pain that you were experiencing. So good for you for that. So
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alan.
Thank you for sharing. So hopefully whoever's here and whoever is listening or whoever will be listening in the future, they can hear your story and they could maybe give the biocrystals a shot and see if they have any pain, if they have any illnesses somewhere in their body, they can attempt to relieve that, right?
Yeah,
so,
sure, for sure. Yeah, I would like to share with anyone that are interested, and yeah, with anything that I can help to share my experience and all the benefits of the biocrystal.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing and taking your time. So for this next part of the presentation, I think I'll have Carmine come up here and we're gonna begin with the compensation plan. So this is another part of SLEEPM. It's another very important part of SLEEPM. So on top of the biocrystals and all the wonderful benefits that you can gain from using the biocrystals, there's more. There's more benefits that you can gain from just being a part of the company. So let's have Carmine take it away.
Thank you so much, Alan, and thank you everybody for sharing. You guys can hear me okay? I'm going to assume yes.
Yes,
okay.
We can hear you.
Just wanted to check so that I don't go off on a rampage and then no one can actually hear me. But yes, I want to thank Dr. Sheila McKenzie for your talk on depression and anxiety. I mean, that's obviously a huge issue today. Thank you, Alan, for giving us more of a rundown about the products. I mean, anybody that's here listening or that has been on, talks before, that SLEEPM is big into education and explaining to people how we can make use of these beds, of the products, I should say, to benefit ourselves. Because if you look at the correlation to depression and anxiety and quality of sleep, like Dr. McKenzie was was pointing to. I mean, it's huge connection. If you don't sleep properly, you don't have the energy to feel good. So that's why SLEEPM is doing a lot of things, like Alan mentioned, to bring benefit to people. One is creating this product that helps people's cells to harmonize and to work better so that we can rest better, sleep better, and feel better. And when we do that, we can accomplish more. So I'm going to share my screen if I can get this thing working. Here we go. There we go. Full screen. So yeah, when we sleep better, we can accomplish more. When we sleep better, we feel better. And when we feel better, I should say, we can accomplish more easily. So on top of just the benefits of sleeping on this product that harmonizes our cells and the education that SLEEPM produces, they've also set up another scenario that enables us to take care of another element of our life, which is financial. Because when we sleep better and we're in a better mood, what do you want to do? You want to be around people. You want to talk to people. You want to share that joy. Well, now, as we're doing that, we can also gain income ourselves and help other people gain income ourselves. And I'll explain how we can do that. So as soon as you buy a mattress, you become a lifetime distributor. So you have access to this compensation plan for the rest of your life. So throughout our lives, we have dreams, we have goals. And whether it's, I mean, we all need money. Money is a tool. But usually when people are interviewed or asked if you had the choice between making a lot of money or having a long-lasting positive impact on people, I mean, just answer that question for yourselves. Which one would you choose? Typically, we want to have positive impact on people, because the more positive impact we have on people, the more money we make. If we just have money by ourselves, by any means, you know, eventually it gets old, because we ultimately want to share it with people. So I'll show you how we can do that quickly in the next 10 minutes. So the great thing about this compensation plan is that there isn't really any requirements other than getting the bed so that you can be communicating about this stuff sincerely. But otherwise, there's no sign-up fees, there's no quotas, you don't have to stock anything, there's no other requirements like that. SLEEPM has done everything, and they've created 4 different ways for us to make money. The first way is the 8-point commission system, which I'll go through. The second way, is the infinity bonus. So there's the 8-point commission system, and then there's another commission system that goes beyond 8 points. Then there's an incentive bonus. So anytime you're doing a presentation for someone or you're talking to someone, you get an extra presenter bonus. And then as you make more and more referrals of the products and you help more and more people sleep better and improve their life and their health, SLEEPM eventually cuts you into a global bonus pool. So similarly, when you join a company, if you really do well at the company and they say, we want to make you a partner, and then as a partner you get shares in the company or you get profit, like with the other partners. SLEEPM actually does that as soon as you reach a certain level. There's no negotiations, there's no nepotism. It's just, if you create a certain amount of value for people, they reward you. So first things first, you talk to somebody. You purchased a mattress. You have your lifetime distributor number. Then you talk to somebody. You talk to Bob. Bob buys a mattress. He now has a lifetime distributor number. He's a lifetime distributor. He also has access to this compensation plan. And for that, SLEEPM gives you $215 US. All of these numbers are in US. Now, Bob does the same thing. This would be your second point of that 8-point commission structure. Now, when Mary purchases a mattress, you also get 215. When Mary talks to Joy, Joy talks to Ken, etc., 8 points away from you. Up to that 8 points, you get a minimum of the $215 US. So 8 points happens down to Kyle. Kyle purchases a mattress. That equals $1,700 and $1,720 US dollars. So right there, this is two things, well, three things now that you've been on the call that SLEEPM does that no other company in the world is doing. One, create a bed that helps people heal deeply and faster and in a way that no other company can do. Two is offer really important education about health. And three, pays you for sleeping better and helping other people sleep better. So right here, 8 people have learned how to do the same thing that you just did, and you just made $1,720. But it gets better. Now you talk to John. So if John talks to Jerry and that same thing that Bob did happens, you just made another 17 and change. Well, actually, I should say more. But when you talk to 2 people, then now SLEEPM has bumped up that initial commission rate to $430, and you still make a minimum of a $215. So the total of that 8 people and 8 people would be $3,655. So at this point, you have more than paid for your bed, and now you're already in profit. This is the power of this compensation plan. You don't have to track any of this. You don't have to, really do anything. The infrastructure is built all for you. When you make a purchase, and if you already made a purchase, you know that when you filled out the purchase agreement or the form, all you had to fill out was your name, your contact information, your payment information, and who introduced you. That ID number, that name that you put on the form was what tracks you. And if you already have a product, then you can talk to the person who introduced you, and they can show you on your own back office on the website how all of this stuff gets tracked. However it happens, Bob didn't talk to just Mary. He talked to Mary, Sally, and Joe. And John talked to not just Jerry, but another 3 people. So all of these purchases that are being made, they all have to have, who introduced them to the company. That's the way that all of this stuff is tracked for you. And however those referrals come in and are tracked, you are making a minimum of the 215. But each time you introduce someone more and more sales are produced, more referrals happen, this number goes up. So now you've got, this is, here in this scenario, this is 16 people already. So if you have a minimum of 10 people that have purchased, and you talk to a third person, SLEEPM adds another $215 for your personal referrals. But now anyone that Mary and Jerry talks to on your second point, also add another $215 for each of those referrals. And still a minimum of $215 up to the other 8 points. So when this scenario happens, right? So this is 8, 16, 24 people. You've only talked to 3. When this happens, that equals $6,000 worth of extra income into your household. If it happened in a month, if it happened in a year, what is it going to take for you at your current job to get a $6,000 a year raise? And what would it take for you to get it? With this, you've talked to 3 people. Let's say you talked to 10 people, but only 3 people, needed a bed, or only 3 people had pain, whatever the case. When those 3 people do the same thing, how long does it take to reach a point where 10 plus people have, you know, purchased a bed, a pillow, a topper, and you get $6,000 put into a website for you, where you can go onto the website, you can track it, and at any point you can say, hey, SLEEPM, would you mind sending me a paycheck, please? Thank you. So it's pretty awesome. And as you continue making more referrals and each person in your group continues making more referrals, the numbers just go higher. So let's say now 20 group sales has happened, or 20 sales, 20 referrals in your group has happened. You talk to a fourth person, you get another $215 for your personal referrals. The second point gets another 215. Now the third point gets another 215. And you still make that minimum of 215 down to the 8th level. So each time you go sideways, each time you make more referrals and the group that you've started makes more referrals, once you reach certain checkpoints, SLEEPM just keeps adding another $215 this way and also this way. I believe you guys can see my cursor because that's where I'm pointing. So again, if Bob, John, Kevin, and Zoe talk to one person each, and those people only talk to one person each, and so on, when 8 levels, 8 points gets filled out, that equals to $9,000 that gets given to you. And this is in a perfect world. Zoe may talk to 3 people. John may talk to 5 people, right? So the numbers can easily be much bigger than this. But these are just the minimum numbers to show you the power of the compensation plan itself, as far as how SLEEPM has created this system for us to take advantage of. And going further, it just continues to grow as more commissions are paid out, as more referrals are made, right? So of these 4 people, 50 group sales has been made. You talk to a 5th person, another 215 for your personal referrals, another 215 on level 2, 215 on level 3. Now you have 215 more on level 4, and so on, right? So the way the numbers start stacking up, you can see that, I mean, this is substantial money. And it's not something you have to do full time. It's something you could work up to if you really wanted, but it's something that you can just genuinely share. I mean, you can share that video that Alan showed. You can just talk to people about your experience, like Elisa's experience. That's insane. She had a broken sternum, and within weeks, she's healed. You know, she talked about all of the other benefits. I mean, I've heard amazing stories of people with just incredible benefits. Even if your only benefit is, I mean, my mom, I got a pillow for my mom. She's instantly, she wakes up and she feels more clear. You know, what would it be like if your head was just more clear, you had more focus during the day? I mean, the benefits are there, whether you realize it or not. All you have to do is talk about it. And the more you talk about it, the more money is available for us. So once you get into the 6th star, or the senior director point, now you've got a couple of people that you've introduced to SLEEPM. They've been making referrals. 2 people reached the point of a director, which was this, what I just described. You now get access to the infinity bonus, where now, even beyond this 8 point, you're making a minimum of $70. The next level, same idea. More referrals has been made. You talk to another person. Now you get a second infinity bonus. So now you're making $130 per referral, even below this 8 points, but you're still making this minimum initial bonus that we started out talking about. And now any of your personal referrals, you're making $1,290 US on top of the, or I should say with the infinity bonus on top. And the top level right now would be when you're an 8 star. So there's 4 different people in your group that have reached the point of a senior director, or this point, this point here, 6 stars, and now you have a third infinity bonus. Your bonuses are completely maxed out on every one of your personal referrals. All of these other levels have gotten boosted. So basically, any referral you make, you are very handsomely compensated. And really, you're just doing the same thing that you started out with when you talked to Bob. You're just telling people, hey, you know, I was at a health food store the other day, refilling some water jugs. And I just got into conversation with a lady and I said, hey, what do you come here for? She says, oh, my husband has herniated disc and he hasn't been sleeping. So I'm trying to find something that isn't a drug to help him sleep. Everyone is trying to find something to sleep better. So we started talking, we exchanged numbers, and she's going to come out and test out the bed with her husband. I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, like Dr. McKenzie and Alan were talking about, this is not a small, you know, segmented thing only in one area. 50%, I mean, and I think that's a conservative number, but the numbers online say that about 50% of people suffer from some form of chronic sleep deprivation. But how many people do you know need their coffee in the morning? That right there is evidence that people are not sleeping that well, because if you wake up in the morning needing something to help you wake up, that's because your battery still isn't full. So the fact that SLEEPM is doing what they're doing and helping us to, you know, compensate ourselves like this is amazing. So the only thing that we have to do to maintain this commission, or this access to this commission compensation plan, is to make one personal sale a year. So that first level, SLEEPM wants to pay you that at least once a year. If you don't, they still give you a commission, but it's half. So even if you don't make any personal sales, but other people that you've introduced are still making, you know, referrals, SLEEPM is still sending you commissions. Only if you do absolutely nothing in 2 years will your commissions pause. But then as soon as you make another sale again, you have, you know, everything opens back up again, and all of that network, all of that progress, all of the people that you originally introduced are always tracked to you. You never lose that. That never goes away. It's always tracked on the back office and you always have access to it. So just to give you an example, like I showed you what the 8-point commission, you know, system looks like if you only do, you know, if you're only looking at the 8 points. So let me give you another, you know, way to look at it. If you talk to one person in the next 30 days, now the next 30 days, you and the other person talk to only one person. Now the next month, you 4 talk to one person each, so another 4. The next month, you 8 talk to another 8, and so on. And this happens every single month, only one person talking to one person every month. In 12 months, this is what SLEEPM pays you. One person talking to one person in 30 days. $1.7 million US. If you just told people that one thing, look, every month, try and get one person to make a purchase. It might seem like, you know, a hard thing to do, but if this was the result of that, and all you had to do is talk to one person and get everyone to do that, I mean, again, I'm not saying you have to, I'm not saying it's a requirement, there is no requirements, but the fact that the system has been built so that this happens, if this were to happen, I mean, that's pretty amazing. Like when you look at a McDonald's franchise, the reason why McDonald's is one of the biggest and most successful franchises in the world isn't because they have the best tasting hamburger. It's because they have one of the most efficient systems in making a crappy hamburger, a very unnutritious food. I'm not recommending anything from McDonald's in any way, shape, or form. All I'm pointing to is the fact that when a system is in place, powerful things happen. So not only do we have this system, not only does SLEEPM focus on education, but they're also focusing on more of the products that we can put the crystals into, like blankets, pillows, pajamas, eye covers. How many people do you know, or maybe yourself, have tenseness around your eyes? I mean, the stuff that we have in the plans is really exciting. One of them being that they want to create 100 millionaires in the next 10 years, or 3 years, excuse me. 10 of them with $10 million. So like I just showed you in this slide, again, you know, this is only one person talking to one person. How many of you think that one person is not going to just talk to one person, right? So again, these numbers are just examples, but it can be a lot bigger than this. There's already headquarters in Toronto. There's already a headquarters in LA, in the Philippines. We have plans to be in a lot of other cities around the world. So the expansion is growing quickly. Like Alan mentioned, in only a couple of years, SLEEPM has won awards that typically 15, 20-year-old companies win. I mean, that tells you something big about a brand new company. We're doing things in a way that no other company is doing. And the fact that you can be a part of that just from, you know, buying a superior mattress and sleeping better and helping others do the same thing, it's really cool. So if you haven't already seen, these are the prices of the mattress and the toppers and the pillows. There's 4 different kinds of pillows. Again, you know, we have the elements of the mattress. We've already talked about that, but no one else has what we have, especially when it comes to the biocrystal mixture and the carbon and all of the other components all put together. Many other companies, such as, are only one of these elements. For example, memory foam. Tempur-Pedic is only one kind of foam, not cool foam. It's known to be very, very hot, but some people love it. A lot of people don't love it because it feels weird and it's really hot. I'm not saying that it is or it isn't, but one thing is that I've heard that it's very hot. My main thing that I look at is the fact that it's one piece of foam for $5,000, $6,000. For a queen, it's $6,000. So price-wise, we are extremely competitive. And within this price, we can include all of this and the compensation plan that I just showed you. I mean, there's a lot of mattresses right now that are $1,000 and you get them delivered in a box, but what's the quality of that? And do you learn anything? Do you heal in any way? And is there any ability to pay that mattress off or pay for itself, let alone make an income? No. So that is my piece for the compensation plan. I appreciate your guys' time being here today and being here with us and trying to learn how to heal and to, you know, be better and to live better. So I will pass it back to Alan, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Get some sunshine.
Thank you for sharing that, Carmine. Appreciate you breaking down the steps of the compensation plan, and hopefully whoever's here today learned something about the compensation plan and how you could potentially benefit from using the plan and being a member, being a distributor of SLEEPM. So we highly encourage that. So the last part, before we conclude today's presentation, I just want to invite Dr. Fung up here to share his final remarks. And with that being said, Dr. Fung, do you have anything you want to share?
Yes. Well, I would like to share something about, you know, the founder package. Okay, let me pop it out. Let's see. This is the one. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, now you heard about Elisa. Can you hear me well, Alan? Can you hear me? Sorry?
Yes.
Good.
Yes,
well,
I can hear
the most
you.
important thing I would like to share with you, all of you, say, folks, look at this. You know, Elisa, so she got her first $6,000 package. Now, how we can do it? Now, that's very, very easy. now we have two packages. One is what called founder member package, is $5,000. The other is called 6,000. So talk about the 5,000, talking about that will be entitlement for 5% share profit for each year for 8 years. Okay, starting from next year. So till 2028. And we have the 6,000, which is a very hot package, and entitlement of 5% share profit for 10 years, starting from next year for 10 years. So each year 5%. So why we need to do it and how we do it? So that's simple. It's very simple. The thing is, now say some people, just say professor, doctors who are busy, they don't want to spend so much time on the investment, whatever. But now, for example, you have all of a sudden got $6,000 in your pocket. You want to deposit in the bank. Now, when you deposit in the Bank of Canada, so offer you 0.25% recently for the interest. In America, even worse, 0.03%. And also you have to pay for the handling charges or management fee as well. Now, for SLEEPM, the most important thing why we need to do that is during this 10 years, you enjoy all the products, mix and match with SLEEPM products, and then you can stock it for 10 years and you can enjoy so within this year. And the good thing is then from next year, 2021, you've been enjoying the 5% share profit of the company. So for a row of 10 years. So for here, I'm saying that, well, think smart, do smart. $6,000 mix and match of the products. So why not? I already ordered, so by myself ordered one, Dr. McKenzie ordered one, Dr. Nye ordered one. So for me and all the members, Dr. Smith, the dentist, ordered one as well. So I, in a row of a week, I promoted 7 of them, okay, last week. So I think I can do it, you can do it. It's not only professor and doctor do it. The target is whoever have no time to invest, no time to do whatever multi-level marketing or sales, this is the one for them. Okay, so if any questions, you can check with whoever brought you over here or my team, people coming from my team, they can check with me. So I wish you all a wonderful weekend and thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care.